Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and today we're going to be doing Roxy's Weekly Challenge, week 9, and it's pockets. I think it's pockets with a twist or something like that. I can't quite remember what she called it now, but it'll be in the description. So we're going to start with some book pages, as she very often does. And I've got mine all upside down because she does it so that the pocket is actually got the writing the right way up. And I was getting a bit confused as to which way round I wanted to do it. So I thought, well, if I put them upside down, then I won't get them wrong. Otherwise, I'll be twisting and thinking, which is the right way round? So I've got quite a small one here to start with. This is one of her papers. This is an Italian one. It's quite thick, so it's nice and strong. But I wanted a small one for my forest journal because I'm going to be making one for each of the journals I'm either working on or will be working on. And because the pages are quite small in that journal, I'm keeping my pockets quite small too. So I'm going to start with this one. And all we do to start with is fold that bit over as the top of the pocket to reinforce it. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do it in the same way she did, though I often end up veering off, doing things in my own order, but we'll start off Rachel style. And just turn those ends over to start with. I'm doing 4, so the idea is I'll have one for each of my journals and a spare as a record. Right, and yes, then we need to glue that down. So I've just got some glue paper here. Pages. Just going to glue these down. So I hope everybody's well. All is well here. We're in the middle of what I call birthday season because Hannah, my youngest, had her birthday on 29th of February, so it was a bit special because she only gets a proper birthday every 4 years, obviously. And then my eldest, Jenny, is next week. There's only 6 days between them. And these days it's not such a big deal. They do their own thing mostly, or they tell us what they're going to do, and we just go along to join in or not. But of course, when they were younger, it was they were having them that close together was always a bit of hard work because they both wanted a party, but because I've got 5 years between them, we didn't really. I think we only ever managed to do one joint party for them because there was just too big an age gap, and it didn't work out. So yeah, there'd be one birthday one weekend, and the next birthday, and then all the cards would have to be pushed over to one side of the room or into another room so that the next birthday could happen. So it was always like the day after Jenny's birthday, I just said, phew, because it seems to come so quick after Christmas. It doesn't seem that long ago since Christmas, does it? Right, so done that little bit. Now I'm just going to fold up my pockets. So make it a bit taller than that, I think. So I can see this isn't folded particularly straight, but I think once you've put on some sort of decoration, it won't notice. Okay, so that's that one. So the idea is we're keeping the writing on the pocket is going to be the right way up. This is quite a wide one. I'm wondering whether to cut this one down a little bit. It feels very wide. Let's see. How wide is it? It's very nearly 5. I might just trim it down a touch. Make it feel a little bit more of a manageable size. Trim this bit off because this is wider. Trim a little bit off there. That's it. Rid of that. And then we've got this one. I think I'm going there. And then this one. About there. Right, and then we just need to glue those down. So the making of the pocket seems to take no time at all, unless I've missed a step, which is always possible. So I'm hoping this is going to be relatively straightforward. I think there's a couple more steps to come, which might take a little longer. I've done some preparation, but not completely, so it's just bam, bam, bam. That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? To make it. And now we need to choose a bit of decoration that's just going to go over the edge of the pocket. I remember her making these, I think, in the first challenge. I thought I've probably still got one knocking around somewhere, but I'm not sure where. So I've given myself a couple of options. This is for the woodland journal, or forest journal. So I have got a fairy who would go on there rather nicely. I really quite like her there, actually. Or I've got a fox, which I could cut out. He's also rather nice on there, but he might be a bit big for this quite small pocket. I'm not sure about the proportion for that. I think I might use her. I'm not sure which side to put her on, actually. It almost feels like she's looking into the pocket there. Maybe she should be on this side. And I've got some paper here from the kit, which could go in the background. Quite like that one there. I think he's too much. Yes. So I might just, let's see. Just got to make sure everything's in the right proportions. So that was an option. I've also got, I could also put I could put that in the background as well, but then she'd be on the wrong side, wouldn't she? Yeah, okay. And also I think it might, oh, excuse me, she might disappear a bit with that mushroom in the background. So that would go on there quite nicely. So I'm just going to, I think I'll just tear it down a bit. It doesn't have to cover the whole width. And I think I might just also, this looks a bit odd at the top here, so I'm just going to tear this down here a little bit. Whoop. Right, so there's that piece. And she's going to go on there, so that's that one. The next one, let's put these bits aside that I'm not going to use. I've got this one, and I was going to do, this is for the ballet journal, and I've got this beautiful tutu here, which is from the Stamperia paper pad. I mean, it's really rather, I may have to trim it off a bit to get it over to one side. We don't want it across the whole of the pocket, otherwise we won't be able to get anything in. So once it's been cut around, I'll have to trim this off here, but I don't think that's a problem. And then I've got the option of, in the background, some lace paper all around, or some music. Music's always goes really well with a ballet style things. I think I might use the music just for something different, because I've used quite a lot of lace on the pockets I've done so far. So I will just tear that down, and then we'll come back and finish these off. A little bit off there. That bit there. Right, so I'll do something with that, and I've also got a little rose here that might just pop up in the corner or something, so that'd be nice. So that's that one. And the next one, this one, I think, it's a little bit flimsy, this paper, but I think it'll be alright. And this is going to be for my upcoming Moroccan journal. So I've got a few options. We don't have, there are no fussy cuts as such with this journal. Well, there is going to be more than one. I must confess, there will be more than one, but this is going to be the first one. They're all going to be different, and I'm just wondering which. I think it's between these two. I'm going to cut them out. Can't always quite figure out which one looks best until you do that, can you? There, and then I've got to just decide which one. So I've got a couple of options for backgrounds. So I've got this one, put too much. This one, do it that way. So I could do that, but I don't think so. Or this one. Or there's this piece, which is probably meant to be a pocket, but I thought actually might look quite nice there. I'm not sure about the colours together. No, I think it's probably better to go with... Oh, I do have... Oh, maybe I've got something else that would work better. Right, so I poured in a couple more, because I thought maybe these colours would be better. It's just... I'll just cut that down a bit so it just tucks in, so I can just see how the colours go. I can cut them a bit more to fit when we come to stick things on. There's that one, which I quite like. Oh, there's this one. Let's get rid of that. Oh, that's lovely too. Oh, well, I'll put them both there and we'll decide. I think I'm going to go with this one because I like the arch. This has also got an arch. I mean, there's not a lot to choose between them. So we'll go with that. And for the last one, it's just going to be more of a, I suppose you might call it a bit more generic, in that I'm just going to do some flowers and some paper for my scraps to go with it. Right, let's just see which one we like on here. I like this, but it's always too big. What else we got? I'll try and go with something that's already been cut out to save a bit of time. I like that. It's quite nice as well. That over there. I think this one's too big too. Yeah. So it's one of these two. I quite like that actually. I think I like the colour. So I need to find something to put behind it that won't clash. And it's actually a bit more of a tricky colour, that one, isn't it? To put something with. A bit of that. Green. Not that one. Don't know if this is big enough. Does that work? Possibly. Not that piece, so I've already rejected that one. Not big enough. Trying to find the perfect one. I may not. No, too pale. Oh, this one might work. How about this one? Oh, it's just... Is it a bit blendy? That's the question. It's quite nice script. I could do that one. How would that look? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That's quite nice. Add that round that way. Will that look okay? Yes, I think that would be nice. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, I'll do this one last in case we don't get to it. Okay, let's have a go with this one. I'll make a final decision on the background. I'm just going to cut that one across here. I will cut it down. I don't think it needs to be quite as big as this. So there's that one with that there. Or this one. highlight this one, I don't know why. I think I'm going to go with this. Let me just have a look at it through the camera, because sometimes when I'm editing I think, why did you do that? Why didn't you choose the other one? Often looks looks different when you're looking at it from above sometimes. Let's just have a look, see what I think. Can you even see it? I'm a bit off centre there, aren't I? Good thing I checked. That one. Yeah, actually maybe this one is better. Right, I'm going to cut around this one properly now. And let's just make it a bit smaller. I don't need that to be all the way under. Okay, so that's going on there. And then we need to strengthen this a bit, it's a bit flimsy. So I've got some reasonably, not super thick, but I think it's thick enough, this, I'm hoping. Just wondering whether to fold it over. I think I might make it double thick to make sure it's strong enough. I don't know how Rachel did hers, because I think I may have sometimes I watch her videos, her her Roxy's challenge in the evening, or even when I've gone to bed, because I like to watch YouTube when I go to bed. It helps me to settle down for the night for some reason, and I may have slept through this bit. I shouldn't confess that really, should I? But I did, and I'm sure many of you probably sleep through half of my videos as well. But yeah, I missed the bit where she backed her ephemera, but I saw that they had book page on the back, so I'm assuming that's what she did. And I think that's what I'm going to do. It's all well glued. So I'll put this piece on first. And then we'll put this piece down here. Before I do that, I think I want to put something along here, because I don't really want this heading that's still showing. It's the heading of the book, so I think I might put a little something along there. I think it needs to be a bit of washi tape. These are some foiled washies. What colour I've got. That might work. sure about that. It's a bit pinky, this one, but oh, let's go try the green. Rather than trying to match, let's try and give it a bit of a contrast. Yeah. Just wrapping it around the pocket. Don't need the whole width. Yeah, actually I rather like that. Just gives it a little finishing touch of colour. And I'm going to use... No, let's go up a bit higher than that, doesn't it? We'll just do a little bit up the side so that it anchors it a bit. Let's hope that's going to work. Right, have I put the... I haven't put glue in, have I? No. Okay. There we are. And I think, although Rachel didn't do this on hers, which I was quite surprised about, I am actually going to trim these corners because I think they're a bit vulnerable like that. They look a bit like they could easily get torn. So I'm just going to just trim those corners, and then that's that pocket. And you can get something behind there. Yeah, I like that. Right, it's really good. These are the washies I have to hide from Alyssa because she knows I've got a washi tape drawer and she does like me washi tape. But she's a bit heavy-handed with it, which is fine most of the time, but not those because they haven't got a lot on them. And she had a pack of that herself at Christmas and went through it all in one sitting, I think, from what I understand. Right, for this one, for the ballet one, I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to need any reinforcement because this is scrapbooking paper. This is from the Stamperia paper pad that I shall be using, called Passion. Something like that. I think I might just give this music paper. I'm gonna ink around it, and I think I might ink with pink. Just gonna get some pink ink. So I'm going to use the Victorian Velvet, I think, for this, just because the colour of this music paper is pretty much exactly the same colour as the pocket. So I want to just define it a little. Alright, let's pop that on there. Clean bit. I think I might actually, as well as the pink, I might put a little bit of vintage photo on as well, just to knock it back a little bit. Don't want it too bright. There we go. there, I think. And that can go on there, and I'll just trim off the bits at the side. Yeah. Not sure how far over I'm going to have the big skirt, so I'll just make sure I've got glue to the edge, and then I'll put some glue. I've done it. No, it's the right side. And a bit of glue up this side. Okay, and then I'll trim off what I don't need. There. So we can get something in the pocket behind here. So this is open. Put this attached down here. Okay, and let's glue this on, and then we'll do some trimming. That way. That way. That way. Oop. I think it's the other way. I think I had it around the other way before. I don't think it matters too much. And I might put a little bit of, actually I'm just going to lift it up a bit. Put a bit of lace underneath, I think. It needs to have a little bit of lace. I wonder if that's too big. Yes, that's too big. That's a nice little bit of pink lace. I could just tuck that under there, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Push it under as far as I can. Whoops. And then put more glue on here. Should have put the lace on first really, but I didn't remember to do it then. I knew I wanted to put some on, I just forgot forgot until I'd stuck it all down. There we are. Now we can trim bits off. I think I used my big scissors for that. These ones. Although I need to use my fabric scissors for the lace. Right. Right, there we go. So there we go. Lovely tutu. Let's mix a slightly different pocket for this journal. Do that corner, I get those corners again, I think. Okay, that's another one. And then we've got the one for the forest journal. So that's going to go on there. I actually am wondering again. It's a bit wishy-washy. I'm wondering whether to give this background instead of that one, because I just feel like she'll show up better on there, won't she? I think I might just do that. The other one was just a bit too washed out looking. It didn't really show her up very well. Maybe that would be better. Yeah, I think so. So we just need to reinforce her on some of this book page. I think I need another piece. Again, I'm going to double it over, I think. Right, it's a bit floppy at the moment because the glue is very wet, but I think when it dries it'll be nice and sturdy. And we'll just ink around this piece as well. So I might just do that way around. There we go. And then put our beautiful fairy right there. So just below these side wings, and then up the side here. I'll trim off what we don't need. See how that goes. Oh, done. I've gone too low, too high I mean. I think we're okay. It's only a small pocket, so she's got to she'll take up the whole height of the pocket. Because I haven't put too much glue. No, I haven't put any glue in the wrong place, I don't think. Okay, let's trim it off here. I don't really want her wings sticking out. Could have done, I suppose. It could have been stuck out, but it would be a bit vulnerable, wouldn't it? So she's had them clipped. Yes, a little bit. I'd like to put a little something here as well. It's a bit empty around here. I think what I've got, can I have a phrase? Right, chosen this one. Be Your Beautiful Self, and I'm going to put a little bit of fabric on there as well, I think. Put a little bit of this. A bit of doily. No. Not just that, because it's too pale and you can't see it. I like that better. And there, maybe a tiny bit of something. A little scrap of whatever you call it. Cheesecloth, isn't it? Little scrap of cheesecloth. And now we'll put this on. Oops, there. Skew-whiff, but never mind, it's all a bit skew-whiff. Alright, that one is done. I like that one. Right, and that's there. Shall we just quickly try and finish off this last one? I'm going to have to cut out these little bits, so I'll just quickly turn off the camera. Right, so I have cut out this bit in the middle, just looks a bit better, and I've also backed it with some book page to reinforce it so it's a little bit sturdier. So I can put that there, and I'm just going to glue this one down first. And which way around should that go? That way, I think. Yes, that way. There we are. So I have just inked on. Well, that's not very straight, is it? Oh well, too late. Won't move now. And then we'll glue this on about there. Do it to about under there. Everything below, and then a bit up the side here, I think. Okay, and I'll just put a little bit across here just to make sure it's attached at the pocket. Just want to make sure it's it's all attached down at the side, and we can still get something. I can find something to pop in there. Yeah, there's room to get a. Well, in theory there is. What's happening here? Yeah. There's room to get something in there. Okay. Let's just make sure that is glued there. Rid of these bits and just trim that off at the side. And then I think we want a couple of little bits added. Got a couple of labels, so I might just tuck that under there. This is a Shabba-Dabba-Doo-Dah label. I think I'm just going to pop it under there a bit. Didn't quite glue these things to the edge, it would appear. And then I have got a Roxy Creations label that I would like to put up here because it's a bit bare in that space. So I'm just going to put one right up here. Yep, I think that finishes that one. And then we have our last pocket. I just need to... So I've taken the bits off the scissors. I'm going to just do these corners like I've done on the others. And they will be they will all be inked around as well. I won't do that right now. Right, so let's have a quick look at what we made. We managed to make 4 pockets, which I'm pleased about. So I've got my floral one to go in any sort of naturey journal. I'm sure I'll be doing one of those at some point in the future. This is one for the Moroccan journal. I might add a little more something down here at some point. Forest journal. And the ballet journal. So, yep, you can see what's coming up. Going to be very different styles, but that's what I like to do. And there we are. All done. Thank you for joining me. I had lots of fun with these, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.